Hello there, and thanks for joining me. I'm Corel Painter Master Aaron Rutten, and in this video, we'll take a look at how to use Corel Painter Looks. So what is a look, and where can you find it? The Looks panel can be found under Window, Media Library Panels, and then Looks. I have mine grouped into a custom palette drawer here, and you can see Look Libraries. Now, a look is basically a way to take a brush and make it look a few different ways. So we have some default looks that come with Corel Painter here. We could try the first one, which is Red Streak Neon. When we click on that, a few different things are going to happen. It's going to not only choose a specific brush called FX Neon Pen, it's also going to choose a specific paper, the color, and perhaps some other properties for the brush. So if I paint with this now, I'm going to get that neon pen look. If I click on Jungle Neon, it's that same neon pen, but it's changed the color. If I click on a different look, such as Jungle Vine Pen, I can get something that looks like this. This is the pattern pen masked. It's also selected a pattern. So this can be useful if you have one brush that you use in a lot of different ways. You could create separate brush variants for each of those variants of the brush, or you could create a few different looks and have just one brush. So I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm going to go ahead and just hide the default looks, and we'll focus just on these 4 custom looks that I created here. So I'm going to start with Knife Canvas. When I select that, it's going to choose a thick paint brush called Broken Paint that I created and a specific paper. So now if I paint with this brush, then I'm getting this particular look for the paint very easily. Now, if I wanted a different look, I could change the paper, or I could change some other properties, or I could just create a look knowing that I'm going to quickly switch between these different looks. I might want to combine these different strokes together. I might want to start with this palette knife here, and then add to it with Knife Break here, and then Knife Rocky here, and then Knife Fractal here. And then I can very easily switch between all those different looks without having to go in and change the paper, because if you look here, each time I go through a different look, it's changing the paper and changing the properties of the brush, though I'm still using the same brush. So I haven't created 4 different versions of this brush. What I've done is I've just created 4 different looks of a single brush. So how do we create a look? Well, first we need to start with a base brush that we like. I'll start with that same Broken Paint brush, just at its default settings. Now, since I had previously chosen this look, it's chosen my paper for me, but I'm going to go ahead and change that to something that I haven't used yet. Let's say Featherland. We'll increase the contrast and the scale. Maybe we'll also have a specific color that we want, maybe this bright red. And so if that's going to be our look, what we do is we click up in the top right subdialog of the look library, and we go to Save Look. And I'll just call this Test. Now the look's going to appear here, but it's blank because I haven't drawn a custom preview of it. In order to create a custom icon, we will go to New. We'll make a 200 by 200 pixel canvas. We'll make sure that we've selected our look so that we're using that to paint with. And we'll just paint in our look right here like this. So maybe this is going to be our little brush preview of how we might use this brush. I'll go ahead and save that. I'll go ahead and give it the same name as I named the look. And I'll want to save this either as a PNG or a JPEG. I'm going to choose PNG because the quality will be a bit better. I'll click on Save. Then I will right-click on the look, and I will choose Set Custom Icon. Down here in the bottom, we want to choose PNG rather than JPEG. Select our PNG, and then Open. And there we go, we have our look. Now I'll go ahead and close out of my preview here. I'll go back to my canvas that I was painting on, and as you can see, I can go between all of these different looks now, including the new one that I created, all the while still using the same brush, just with some different properties. Now if you want to delete a look, you can right-click on it, and you can choose Delete Look. You can also rename it, and you can hide it. There's some more options here in the properties as well. We can import and export looks. We can change the size of the icons if we want them to be bigger or smaller or just a list. We can show and hide different look libraries. We can create our own custom look libraries, as I've done here, and we can import and export those custom look libraries. And we can also remove libraries, and we can reset the look library to its defaults. We can also edit looks with the look selected. We'll go to the subdialog menu in the top right and choose Edit Look. Now this brings up a whole bunch of computer gibberish, but you could look in it and probably figure it out if you wanted to change a specific library. For example, this brush is located in the Painter 18 brushes library. It's in the thick paint AR category. It's called Broken Paint. And then there's some different settings here if you wanted to set the maximum size and all of these different things. So if you understand any of this, you could go in and edit the brush. And that might be useful if you upgrade to a new version of Painter and your look for some reason is relying on a different library or something. You could go in and change that. But I feel like it's probably just as easy just to go ahead and manually rebuild the look just by selecting the brush and the paper and the settings and then saving it again. Now it's saying that the look should now be open in your editor, modify it, save it, and press OK to import it automatically. So if I were to have made any changes, then I could update those now. So there you go. That's a quick tutorial on how to use looks in Corel Painter to get different looks for your brush. If you found this information helpful, take a quick second to click the like button. And if you'd like to see more Corel Painter tutorials like this, make sure to click that subscribe button and enable notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.